You serious?
Hey, what's up, YouTube? My beloved husband, kind Kendra, my fellow Iceland fans and followers, and my Hellfire climbers and subscribers. This is your Hellfire leader, Megan Egan, the walking FNO girl 20 times everyone needs today. So, the title of today's video is X-Men is being race swapped. And I want to discuss this right now, but before I start telling all of you guys that's watching my video, if you guys really enjoy this video, press that like button. And you guys are new to my channel and be part of my Hellfire Club, you gotta smash and punch the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And of course, you guys need to contact me. You can always follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, my Twitch. And of course, in the description, continue subscribing my husband Kyle McKinnon's YouTube channel, guys. He is so creative and awesome. I love him to death. And you guys are looking for a writer, like specifically like an author, my husband's the right person for the job. And of course, he's a phenomenal artist, so he will blow your mind away. And he is super talented in both of these topics. All right, love you, honey. So let's get back to the video. So I was on Twitter this morning and I saw this. According to Discussing Film, it said here that Giancarlo Esposito, who you guys probably know from Breaking Bad, said thinks of him as Professor X and Denzel Washington as Magneto, and he said, quote unquote, it'll be great. So here's the problem, right? Please understand this, you guys. I'm not bringing any racism. I'm not against anything that relates to racism. It's just the race swapping is drawing me off guard. And we already seen this before, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's because of Disney. And I probably discussed a while back about this, but I'm gonna tell all of you that's watching this right now, please don't hate me when I say this, okay? I don't want to hear any hate speech or anything in the comment section because I want you guys to hear me out and listen up. The whole thing with this whole race swapping thing, when they did with the Little Mermaid, and now they decided to do with X-Men, it really angers me so much. I mean, they could do so much better, you know? I have nothing against to these two actors. I love them. I watch their shows, I see their movies, I see their performances. They're iconic. Okay? They're iconic. But race swapping two characters, not to mention X-Men. And I've seen Bryan Singer's X-Men franchise. Not like the whole thing where they decide to reboot it or change up the X-Men 1997. I didn't see that in Disney Plus because I don't have it. I used to watch it back in the 90s, and I'm a 90s kid. But right now, when they did what they did with Disney Plus, I stopped watching, and I don't want to discuss it because I don't want to get any backlash. But for them to decide that, okay, this is like a fan casting, this is like a legit, casting, they decide to do it. This is coming from the fans, maybe some fans, but not all of them. Me personally, I don't see them two portraying these two iconic characters. I really don't. Because for what I see, and please don't judge me, Magneto is from the Holocaust. He's a Jew, right? He has that kind of sad momentum when he dealt with a lot of things in his past. And that's how he gained the powers, right? And that's where you get that name, Magneto, right? He can move things with his hands and do anything that's like either wiring or coin or anything that's with metal, basically. And you already know that Professor X has telepathy and he does kind of mind reading kind of thing. He can see right through you. Fine. But at the same time, I don't mind fans, have their imagination gone wild. That's fine. That's totally cool. But when you decide to do something like this, it's gonna throw other people off the edge. Because me personally, I'd rather see Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy or Michael Fassbender or even Ian McKellen come back to be in the X-Men franchise or doing the expansion of the multiverse. You know what I mean? I have nothing against these two actors, and it's not because of their race color. That don't quote me on that. Don't twist my words on that. That's not the point. I can understand by fan casting. I've seen it all the time, but when you decide to race swap these iconic characters, it's going to throw a lot of controversy and it's going to cause a big fit. And it's going to make Marvel even fall even lower as it seems. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a big success, but to me, I don't know. Maybe some people spend their money on that or waste it on their ticket pricing. Who knows? I'm not a psychic. I just think my opinion that it's not going to be a big hit like the rest of the X-Men franchise. But what I'm guessing is, so you want to race swap these two, but then again you decide to race swap Ariel and not knowing what her own story is about, because this is an example I'm talking about. You went ballistic when people race swap certain characters and you bring this up. For instance, you guys went butthurt when they decided to race swap Major Makoto Kusanagi because you thought that Scarlet didn't play that character well. And can I be honest with you? Do you know what nationality is Major Makoto Kusanagi is from? Yes, she is Japanese. But do you know her real backstory? No. No one does. Maybe unless you read the manga or the anime, because we don't know much of her besides the, horrible accident that she came about. Because the only thing that survived was her brain and spinal cord, and that was pretty much it. But when it comes to the live action, you guys went ballistic, you went mad, you think she was whitewashing when clearly she wasn't. I mean, there are people who have mixed ethnicities, if you get my drift. Because what if Major Makoto Kusanagi was mixed with Caucasian? What if her father was half Caucasian? From Europe or something. And she's also Japanese. Have you thought about that? Because there are some mixed Asians out there. Like, I had a friend in high school, right? He was mixed with a bit of Chinese and Puerto Rican. And that's extraordinary to me because I never knew there are some mixtures out there. And there are some mixtures as well in Japan, and it's very rare you see it. Like, there are some people who come from Poland, and they're also from Africa, and they're also Japanese. And they moved there. So I don't get, this whole idea, of race swapping Magneto and Professor X. I don't get that. I know it's fan casting, guys. Don't judge me on that. I just think that if you decide to cast them on that, you think they're willing to do something? You're willing to think that they portray these two iconic characters? I mean, I'm guessing, in my opinion, you guys probably never read the comics unless you did, and you thought oh, they'd be perfect. You just assume they will be perfect, but it all depends on the director, the casting director, and the writers, and the person who created the franchise. But since Stan Lee's not here, God rest his soul, you guys don't understand that he makes his characters for a reason. He did the same thing with Spider-Man, he did the same thing with Captain America, and the list goes on. I have nothing against, you guys expanding the multiverse. That's fully fine. But if this is legit that you decide to race swap Magneto and Professor X because you guys felt like it, because you said, oh, we want something different, we want to change the whole X-Men material. We can still keep Storm, but we can at least race swap the other characters to make it more ideal. I don't know, you guys. I just feel like I'm shaking my head because of this, and I understand that you want to have your imagination going wild. You want modern audiences to be lured in, but this is not going to work. You can't just restart the whole X-Men franchise because you felt like it. I mean, be honest. Do you really think it's going to work? And be honest with me. Like, I need to know. I need to hear this from all of you because I seen all the X-Men movies, right? Not the last one with the Dark Phoenix. That was garbage because I didn't want to see it because once I saw that how poor it was and how disastrous that Jennifer Lawrence looked as, Mystique, I didn't want to see it. They just ruined that. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They should have kept the last one as it is, just ended right there, and that's it. Let they do a standalone Jean Grey. Let her figure out how she got her Dark Phoenix from, because that film was no, mm-mm. I will never forget that time when I saw the trailer in the cinema. I was like, oh my god, what the heck did I just see? This is how it's supposed to be. This is like different. I didn't expect that, but I mean, to tell all of you this, and I'm gonna trust you guys on this, and this is my opinion. This is an opinion video. This is nothing to attack the actors because I admire those two. Like, I love Denzel Washington and John Q, Training Day, the Equalizer, series. It's phenomenal. I'm telling you, he was freaking mind blowing when he did Shakespeare because my folks took me to see his performances and he was great. He was like, oh my god, you know? And he portrays Shakespeare so well. Like, the man's a genius, and if I got to meet him, I would love to meet him. He is so incredible and like down to earth. I like him, And the guy and Giovanni, who was in Breaking Bad, and the scene where, of course, his death scene was iconic because he looked like Two-Face, but much better because you can tell by the charcoal and the disintegrate of his half his face off, and you can see the flesh and you can see the skull right there and the crease and everything. And then he tried to fix his tie looking like a boss. I mean, the guy plays a phenomenal villain. He is made for that. That is so wow. Like, icing on the cake and cherry on top. Like, mwah, I love it. Those two guys are so freaking amazing. And you guys probably had to check this out, their work. I applaud them for that. But when it comes to X-Men, I mean, like, you can be creative, you can do whatever you want because they're all, mutants and everything else. But when it comes to taking something, like I said in my previous video about the Marvel Universe, and everything else, you're just taking something from Stan Lee's work and then put it in there because you felt like it, because you think your mind is like Stan Lee. I'm not criticizing you guys' imagination. You guys have any crazy art look, fan fiction, whatever. I'm not attacking on that. That's not me. I'm just saying like it's totally up to the people who's going to decide to do this film. Because if this is going to be the director who did like Nope, Us, Jordan Peele, if he's going to be directing the whole X-Men kind of scenario, then I'm gonna be frank. I mean, he's a good director. I seen Nope. I seen Us, and I seen the other movies he has done. And he is really good when coming up with horror genre and twists and psychological thrillers. I just love that. I give props to him because he knows what he's writing, and it's really whew. When I saw Nope for the first time, and it blew my mind how he did the whole psychological things about aliens and what the whole thing is about. But it's so genius how he did that, especially Us. Oh my god, I couldn't stop watching it. I was getting the chills every time I see that. So I'm just saying, like, if this is a fan casting, okay, that's fine. But other than that, if this is gonna be legit, I don't know. But that's like a maybe, I don't know. But it depends how well it will be, but it's not going to be as unique. I'm just saying, like, if you guys read the, not the anime, sorry. Like, if you read the Marvel comics that Stan Lee wrote about the X-Men, if you look at the history, about these characters and you guys know where they're coming from, then you guys had to read it before you decide to, like, oh, I choose that one. Don't be like that kind of person. Like, you see something you like and you say, oh, it's gonna be the last one. I need it. I need it. Don't be like SpongeBob saying you need water when clearly you should have done that from the very beginning. Like, duh. and then you made a mistake and you realize how bad it was. So this is the same thing with X-Men. So think before you pick someone and realizing the whole story, okay? So read the Marvel comics. Read the X-Men in particular, alright? Because you guys will be hating on somebody if they decide to race swap Storm and Rogue and everybody else. So don't go, flipping burgers and causing a storm, alright? That's all I can say. But other than that, I want to hear your comments now in the comment section, your thoughts, alright? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Should they really cast these two actors as Magneto and Professor X? So leave me down in the comment section down below. And what is your favorite X-Men movie? I'd like to hear your, things in the comments, alright? Alright, like I said in all my videos, thank you so much for watching. Share with your friends and family that are X-Men fans. And of course, if you guys want to support my channel, continue subscribing, alright? And of course, continue to support my hubby, Kind Kindred, okay? Love you, honey. So this is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Vanguard Girl 27 signing off. Love you, honey. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.